Record. I have a habit of forgetting to record. All right, so let me first share my screen so you guys can see my slides. All right, and then I'm gonna press play here. All right, and let me get the chat open so I can see you guys. Bear with me, it's been a few months since I've done a webinar. Michael, I'm not seeing the chat. Am I missing? Oh, here it is. Got it. Okay. All right, can you guys give me a woohoo, whatever, that you can see my slide deck?
Yes.
All right, we're good. It's starting on the wrong one. Let's see. Hold on. Sorry, guys. All right. All right, here we go. That's the beginning. Whoop, whoop. All right, guys, so let's get started. Today, our webinar is on how to make $10,000 or more a month as a pet sitter without having to work 365 days a year. And that's where the key is. You don't have to run yourself ragged to make $10,000 or more a month. I'm going to show you how. Okay, so you are going to discover the exact strategies that I use to grow my pet sitting business from 2 clients to 2,000 clients. But first, I want to hear about where you are in the life cycle of your business. So which describes you? And this is where I'm going to want you to put in the chat. So type number 1 if you're a newbie. This means you're making less than $1,000 per month. You have dreams of launching a lucrative pet sitting business, but have no idea how to get started. So type number 1 in the chat if you're a newbie. Type number 2 in the chat if you are a grower. You're making $1,000 to $2,500 per month. You have already started your pet sitting business, but you may only have a handful of clients with no clue on how you're going to get more. You need more clients now. That is your focus. And number 3, if you are a multiplier, you have an established business that makes more than $2,500 per month. You're working way too hard for the money you're making. You work 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You're searching for strategies to give you your freedom back without losing your current income. So Jen says anywhere from 1 to 3. Well, that's interesting. Kara says she's a 3. I see some 1s, I see some 2s, 2, 3. So it looks like Lauren's kind of right on the cusp. 1s, 1, 3. Angela's a 3. Brooke's a 1. All right. So it looks like we have some more newbies today. Kara, hi, Kara. My girl's here. Welcome. Emily's a 2 or a 3. All right, awesome. Okay, so those that arrived on the webinar live today, you are going to be gifted with this PDF download, and it's the top 15 website mistakes that pet sitters make. And during this webinar, we're going to be focusing on one specific one of these mistakes, but you're going to get this PDF sent to your email as soon as we are done here with the webinar, and you can learn all of the rest of the mistakes that pet sitters are making with their website. So yay for you for showing up live. You guys should also have your workbook I sent to you before. I want you to have this out in front of you and taking notes because I'm giving you lots of tips and strategies in today's presentation. So you're going to want to write that down here in your workbook. All right, but here is what you are going to learn today. Number 1, how to build a strong foundation so you can create a profitable pet sitting business. 2, how to turn your website into a cash machine that brings you pet sitting clients while you sleep. 3, how to avoid the feast or famine cycle of having clients and making money. 4, my stay in touch marketing formula to have your current clients book your services over and over again. And 5, what I did to grow my business to $139,000 in 1 year. But first, I'd like to introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Colleen Sedgwick, and I'm the founder of Pet Nanny Coach. And I teach pet sitting business owners how to launch, grow, and multiply their businesses. 18 years ago, I had a dream of being my own boss and owning my own business. I took the leap and launched Pet Nanny, Pet Sitters of the Main Line in June of 2001. Since then, I have turned my itty bitty biz into a thriving and lucrative enterprise that services over 2,000 clients on the main line of Philadelphia, Westchester, and Media. But a little about me. I come from a long line of successful entrepreneurs. I attended The Ohio State University on a full hockey scholarship. That's field hockey. I am wife to Billy, mom of Lucy, James, and Connor, and this is my little family right over here. And they are my motivation. They are what keeps me going every single day with wanting to grow and scale my business. So what about you? What's your motivation? Let me know in the chat. What is keeping you moving? Why did you start your business? What's motivating you? Let me know in the chat. Is it time? Is it more money? Is it family? Is it I want to get out of corporate? Is it I can't stand working 7 days a week, 365 days anymore? I need some more time. Emily says, your son. That's good. Ron says, love of animals. Awesome. Emily says, being your own boss. Chelsea says money and wants to do something that makes you happy. And you can make money doing something with something that makes you happy. So that's good. Lauren says she wants to be an independent boss lady. Woohoo! Autumn says she's going through a divorce and needs money, but also time with your 2-year-old who you have 5 days a week. That's a big motivation. Martha says, the more I make, the more geriatric hospice dogs we can save. Yes, that is absolutely true. The more successful you are, the more you can give back to the charities that mean the most to you. Sophia says, I didn't start a business, but I worked for a pet sitting company. My motivation was money, but now it's become seeing how happy the clients are after taking good care of their pets. That's great. Brooke says, all the above, including your daughter and passion for animals. Kara says, you have a husband and 2 kids. I want to be able to go to my girls' dance competition and not keep saying I can't because I work all the time. Yes, it's not a lifestyle, and you can do it. I'm going to show you how today. Virginia says, money, retirement, travel. Nice. Julie says, I'm retired, looking for work you still love. Wonderful. Christy says, freedom, spend more time with your 15-year-old dog family. Let's see. Erin says, love of animals, money, own boss, being your own boss. All right, guys, these are all wonderful motivations, and you want to make sure you keep an eye on this and never lose sight of these, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But thank you so much for sharing. All right, so let's talk about insights into what's happening in the pet industry. Pet ownership continues to rise. 68% of households, or about 85 million families, own a pet. The spending for pets will continue at a staggering increase. By 2020, the pet industry is projected to hit $96 billion in sales. $96 billion. That's insane. Most consumers believe that pets are people too. A vast majority of pet owners describe their pets as family members. Not surprisingly, these pet owners are often willing to spend extra money to indulge their pets and care for their health, treating their pets as if they are their own children. This represents a huge opportunity for both me and you. The problems. Problem number 1, you're being told the wrong information on how to launch and grow a successful pet sitting business. A cookie cutter website, door hangers, car magnets, and business cards just aren't going to cut it if you want to find true success in this industry. Problem number 2, everyone's pet sitting business looks the same. It's critical to set yourself apart from the competition by being different so that you become the only logical choice in your market. Problem number 3, if you're able to get your business off the ground, you end up working around the clock for clients that you hate. You have no freedom in your life or the slightest clue on how to multiply your business. You're spending too much time working in your business and not on your business. It's essential that you learn and implement systems, processes, automation, and team building to multiply. As a result, you're working way too hard. You may be asking yourself, what am I not getting here? You're feeling stressed in other areas of your life. Can anyone relate to this? Because this was the life that I was leading for quite some time. I was working just around the clock for clients that I couldn't stand. I was exhausted and I almost quit. Is anyone feeling that? Are you at that stage of your business yet? Kate says yes. Emily says yes. Kara says for sure. Patty says yes. Patricia says yes. Sophia, kind of yeah. I'm in a stage where I'm not getting as many clients as I used to. Jen says definitely 8 years and you're burning out. 8, yeah, it's a long time. And it's like the pet sitting trap. You get stuck working in and then you start doing everything and then you can't get out of it, and it's no lifestyle to lead. Erin says yes and not enough clients. Okay. All right. So that was me, as I just said. In the first 5 years into my pet sitting business, I created another JOB for myself. I was able to build a client base, but they ruled my existence and didn't respect me. I worked 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and I was making a very mediocre income for the amount of time that I was working. This was no way to live, but I didn't know how to change it. I knew I had to do something differently. Fast forward to 2018, and Pet Nanny is crushing it. I serve 2,000 plus clients. I've expanded into 2 new markets. I employ 3 managers. I employ 40 pet sitters, and my business makes a consistent $50,000 to $75,000 per month in revenue. And this is what I've learned. And my core premise: set yourself apart from the competition and multiply your growth with my multiply formula. Lauren says, damn girl. So today you are going to learn my 5 steps to becoming a top 1% pet sitter who makes $10,000 or more a month. So step number 1 is you need to get ultra clear on your what and your why so that you stay the course. Clarity on what you want and why you want it equals power. Case study number 1. Heidi Zaza of Heidi'sHinghamHounds.com knew her what and why and had rapid results in her business. Heidi was clear on what exactly she wanted her business to look like. She wanted to build a business where she was in the manager role and had a team of pet sitters right from the get-go. She didn't want to get stuck in the difficult pattern of working in her biz instead of on her biz. She wanted to create a 6-figure business in less than a year so she could have independence and freedom to enjoy her life. Heidi achieved her goal because she was clear on exactly what she wanted and why she wanted it. So step number 1. So this is where you're going to want to get out your workbook, guys. Open it up to step number 1. Know your what and why. You're the owner of your dream pet sitting business. What does it look like and why do you want it? So back to that original question when I asked what's motivating you. That's probably your big why. But understanding what you want to get out of your business, a lot of us just kind of go through the motions and don't really have a vision for our business, and we end up just kind of floundering for years. If you can start right from the get-go with having a very clear understanding of what exactly you want, what do you want from your business? Do you want to be a solo dog walker, which is totally fine? Or do you want to have a team of pet sitters? Do you want to have a dog walking business, or do you want to have a dog walking and pet sitting business, a house sitting business, a pooper scooper business? Do you want to do all of these things and have like a concierge service? Get very clear on the what, and then understanding why you're doing it is going to keep you motivated when things get tough. So write it down in your workbook. I'll give you a minute. Decide what you want and where you want to go. Write down your compelling reasons. If I were waving a magic wand 5 years from now, what would your business look like? That's your what. All right. Anybody want to share? I know we already talked about your motivations. Anything different pop up here? Ooh, okay. All right, so we're now going to go on to step number 2. You want to turn your website into a cash machine that brings you pet sitting clients while you sleep. Myth. Pet sitters don't need a website, or if they insist on getting one, they can simply throw up a cookie cutter site and call it a day. This couldn't be further from the truth. Your website is how your prospects will find you, is how you will create the know, like, and trust factor with your client prospects, is how you will showcase social proof to your client prospects, it's how you will set yourself apart from your competition, is how you will position yourself as a leader in the pet sitting industry, is how you will showcase your services, is how you will overcome objections, is your 24-hour per day salesperson, and will convert your prospects into paying customers. That's a hefty role for something, right? Your website is super duper duper important. I can't stress that enough. Your website is the cornerstone of your business that will bring you business while you sleep if you set it up correctly. Think of your website as the clothes for your business, and you have exactly 3 seconds to make an impression with your visitors before they click away. So here, the top 15 website mistakes that pet sitters make. Like I said, all of you that are here live are going to get this delivered to your inbox. Well, we are going to focus today on number 5, no opt-in strategy. The biggest mistake pet sitters make with their websites is not having an irresistible opt-in offer to convert prospects into paying customers. What is an opt-in offer? An opt-in offer is something of value you offer to your website visitors in exchange for their email address. So here I have examples of mine on my website. So the big one here is this information packet with a high value coupon. So visitors come to my website and they say, oh, that sounds enticing. That sounds irresistible. And they click the download now button. They give me their name and email address, and then they're entered into a nurture sequence. Here's another example that's on my website. This kind of follows the visitors around as they go from page to page to page. And then they can also just go right to become a client and get a pet sitting quote. Again, this isn't necessarily an offer, but it's still a way for me to capture their information so that I can communicate with them. So why is having an opt-in offer, opt-in strategy important? Because the people that visit your website and request your opt-in offer are extremely interested in your services. Your offer is an opportunity to showcase what you do and the value you offer. It builds trust and incentivizes your visitors to take action by signing up for your service. Kate, she's asking an email mailing list, question mark? Well, you're building an email mailing list with your opt-in offer. And guys, don't forget to put your questions in the Q&A because it's hard for me to read them and do this at the same time, and I'll get to all your questions at the end, I promise. All right, so step number 2, you want to open up your workbook, and we are going to create an opt-in offer. So for those who are part of my launch program, I actually give my entire opt-in offer strategy and campaign so they can put it on their website right away and start bringing in new leads. So action item for step number 2, you want to brainstorm and choose what your irresistible opt-in offer is going to be. Ideas are a free initial consultation, a coupon with a limited time offer, a free dog walk, a free pet sitting visit, a gift certificate, an ebook, a special report, a video training, or a tip sheet. So I want you guys to open up your workbooks to step number 2 and brainstorm and choose what your irresistible opt-in offer is going to be. And this, I can tell you, I have tested most things, and the one with the highest conversions were a high value coupon with a whole number. So something like $25 off or $30 off, and not like 10% off or 15% off. Also, the whole number has to be meaty and juicy, like $5 off, $10 off. That's really not going to compel somebody to give you their email address. So think of something that's really meaty that your ideal client would find a lot of value in, so that they're going to give you their information. All right, I'll give you a minute to brainstorm on that. And Jess, you collecting all the questions in the Q&A? Or Michael?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thanks, guys.
Sure.
All right, we're on to step number 3. We're going to avoid the feast or famine cycle of having clients and making money by ABM. Always be marketing so you always have clients. Erin Reagan says, do I have a different workbook? I'm not seeing these same steps. Is it this one? I hope that's the one you got. That's the one you were supposed to get. Okay, so we're now on to step number 3. Always be marketing so you always have clients. You guys are going to hear me say a lot. ABM, ABM, ABM. I don't have enough clients. I used to have a lot of clients. Now I don't have a lot of clients. And I will say, are you ABMing? What's that? Always be marketing so you always have clients. Case study number 2, Andrea Fenner of iHeartWalkies.com embraced my ABM system and has since grown her business substantially. Andrea used to stress about when and how she was going to find her next client. She didn't have a system in place that brought her a consistent pipeline of new clients. After implementing my Always Be Marketing system, she brings in new clients daily and has increased her revenue by 129%. Andrea now services 450 clients, employs 24 sitters, and a full-time manager. Her annual business revenue in 2017 was $317,879. Andrea attributes so much of her success to my ABM system. So yeah, Andrea is totally killing it, and it's because she is now embracing ABM. I used to talk to her all the time. Are you ABMing? No, no, no. She was doing the drive-by, you know. She would lose her clients, and then she'd go out and market and get a whole bunch of new clients, and then she'd start marketing. And then she'd lose all of her clients, and she'd go back out, and it was like this for a long time. But then she started, you know, the Always Be Marketing system, and now she is crushing it. So step number 3, how do you ABM? You do this by creating a marketing calendar so that you never have to guess what you're supposed to be doing each day, each week, and each month to bring in new business to your company. So action item number 3, choose your calendar of choice. You can purchase a dry erase calendar from Amazon or use a Google Calendar, which is what I use. Plug in all your marketing activities daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually. Examples of this: email campaigns, mailings, which you're going to put in the actual snail mail, referral partnerships, strategic alliances, social media, networking, live events, and charitable contributions. All of these should be planned out for the year, so you never again have to think about it until the following year when you get your calendar all set up. All right, any questions about the calendars, guys? Yeah, I love Google Calendar. I was very much against it at first from switching from iCal, but it integrates so much easily with a lot of other software. So that is my calendar of choice. All right, so your action item, choose your calendar of choice, write down all your marketing activities, and then you're going to plug them into your calendar. All right, step number 4, implement my stay in touch marketing formula to have your current clients book your services over and over again. Okay. One of the easiest ways for your business to increase its revenue is to have your current customers buy from you more frequently. How do you achieve this? By staying in touch with your clients on a consistent basis. Stay in touch marketing is one of the most powerful marketing strategies that you can implement in your business. And hint, this should also be included in your marketing calendar that we discussed in the last step. So step number 4, design a stay in touch marketing system. I want you to brain dump all the reasons that you can think of to reach out to your customers, and then map out on your marketing calendar when and how you will touch base with them to stay top of mind with them. Example, summer vacation is starting soon. Send postcard on April 25th. Thanksgiving holiday is around the corner. Email reservation reminder on 11/1. Hint, you want to systematize and automate this for regular consistency. So you can set up all of these campaigns in advance in an email autoresponder, like MailChimp, like Infusionsoft, like ActiveCampaign, something like that, and have all of the campaigns set for the year. And that way you don't have to think about it. You just kind of set it and forget it, and those emails or send out cards or different campaigns that you have set up are going to happen automatically. All right. So yeah, you're going to want to brain dump all the reasons you can think of below to reach out to your customers, and then map out your marketing calendar to stay in touch with them. People forget about the current customers. They're always thinking about, how can I get new customers? How can I get new customers? If you can think of ways to get your current customers to book more frequently, you're going to have a huge spike in your revenue. And this was like a huge aha moment for me many, many years ago when I got all these campaigns set up. And I saw how easy it was to get them to book again from me more often. I was like, this is so much easier than acquiring a new client. That's a huge step, number 4, the stay in touch marketing formula with your current customers. All right, we are on to number 5, which is leverage yourself through a team for substantial business growth. So the year that I decided to stop doing the pet sitting and hired my first 3 pet sitters was the year that I had explosive growth in my business. Why was there such substantial growth? Because I stopped working in my business and I started working on my business. Freeing up my time to focus on business building and revenue generating activities made all the difference to my bottom line. Hint, the year I hired my first office manager, I increased my revenue by an additional $53,000. That was another big jump. So let's run some numbers to illustrate this point. Let's assume that currently it's you doing all the pet sitting. You have a packed schedule of 12 visits per day at $22 per visit, 7 days a week. This equals $264 per day, $1,848 per week, $7,392 per month. On paper, this seems great. I remember the days I strived for this. Excuse me. Throat's getting dry. But let me be clear. This is not an equation for a happy and healthy life. This is a recipe for burnout, mistakes, unhappy clients, and an unhappy life. I know because I lived it. To make a substantial income in this industry and to achieve a freedom-based lifestyle you deserve, you need to leverage yourself through a team of heart-centered pet care professionals who hold the same beliefs, values, and pet care philosophy that you do. Now, let's restructure your business. Say you decide to keep 6 midday walking clients. 6 visits per day at $22 per visit, 5 days per week equals $132 per day, $660 per week, and $2,640 per month. Next, you hire 3 pet sitters to absorb the rest of your current clients and to take on new clients. All right, so all of these equations are the same. All right, so sitter 1, 8 visits per day at $22 per visit equals $176 per day, $1,232 per week, $4,928 per month for the business. Say you take 50%, so $2,464 goes to the sitter and $2,464 goes to the business. So again, this is the same equation for sitter 1, sitter 2, and sitter 3. Your midday walking income equals $2,640 per month. So sitter 1 is earning $2,464 per month. Sitter 2 is earning $2,464 per month. Sitter 3 is earning $2,464 per month, and the owner's pay is $2,640. This equals $10,032 per month. The gross revenue for the business equals $17,424 per month. Now let's look back at your previous structure. You were making $7,392 per month, working 12 hours per day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Now, by bringing on only 3 pet sitters and drastically, that is important, drastically lightening your load, you're now making $10,032 per month. Are you guys getting this? Tell me in the chat. Does all of these equations make sense? How by leveraging yourself through a very small team, you can increase your revenue that substantially. Is that all making sense? Good. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Good. All right. Making sense. By leveraging yourself through a very small team, you can make more money and also have the time to enjoy your life. And this is so important. It's so, so important with my students. I'm telling all the time, you need to stop working in your business. You should be spending holidays with your families. You shouldn't be working every single weekend. You need to be doing the things that you love. Business is not about taking over your life 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And for those high-achieving pet sitters who do have dreams of growing a larger business, you now have gifted yourself the time to work on your business and market your business so you can service more clients and therefore make more money and have even more free time. Now, let's take this a few steps further so you can really see the power of a team. Let's say you have 20 sitters working 5 days per week. Each sitter has 6 visits per day at $22 per visit. This equals $2,640 in daily revenue, $13,200 in weekly revenue, $52,800 in monthly revenue. Your 50% equals $26,400 per month. Pretty great, right? Case study number 3, Courtney Anderson of WaggityTails.com. Leverage yourself through a team. And Kara says, yes, but you have to have the clients to keep sitters working. That's where you ABM, Kara. Case study number 3, Courtney Anderson of Waggity Tails. Leverage yourself through a team and experience explosive growth. Courtney decided to start building her team 1 year after she launched her business in 2014. Courtney now employs 13 pet sitters and a part-time office manager. Her team services 200 plus clients and 50 recurring weekly clients. Courtney's yearly revenue has increased by 652%, and she attributes her massive success to the power of a team. Myth: pet sitters who want to have a lucrative career and make a substantial income aren't true pet lovers. I love this one. So I bring this up because, and you're going to hear me talk about this a lot. I actually just did a video about it this week on my blog. But when you have those people that are like the solo pet sitters, which if you want to be a solo pet sitter, like go for it. Like follow your bliss. Nothing, do whatever you want. But there are some haters out there that say, oh, well, it's all about, they don't care about the pets, all they care about the money. And I'm here to tell you that there can't be anything further from the truth. Think about the more success you have in your business, the more you can give back to the charities and to your community. Think about all of the job opportunities you're giving to other pet lovers. Think about all the pet owners in your community that you are able to service with your outstanding business. You're going to be able to do more and more and more for the pet owning community and the pets in your community, the more successful you are. So I am here to bust that myth. So step number 5, start the team building process. Final action items. So I want you to write an ideal sitter profile, which includes all the traits you're looking for in pet sitters. Now, when you think of an ideal sitter profile, you want to think about all the things that you do very well in your business as the pet sitter. Is it attention to detail? Is it your warm way of dealing with people? Is it the way you can communicate with them through email? Is it going above and beyond? What are all of the things? Write them down. If you have sitters on your staff, think about the A+ sitters that you love and would love to clone, and think about what makes them great. Write it down. This is a manifestation tool. This is an attraction tool, and you always want to keep this on your desk when you are evaluating and interviewing sitters and wondering, are these the traits that this person holds? Step number 2, you want to write a job description. So it needs to be really detailed, but it also, you want it to attract the right people to your business, but you want it to repel the people that you don't even want applying. So you need to use the words. We are looking for these type of people. We do not want the type of people that are X, Y, and Z. You want to be very clear on who exactly it is you're looking for. And then on number 3, you're going to go ahead and you're going to post your job to an online job board. I have had the best success with Craigslist over the years. I also use Hireology. Some people use Indeed. Some people use Care. I'm trying to think what else off the top of my head. But Craigslist, honestly, to this day, we still probably get our best candidates from Craigslist. So yeah, create your job posting, and you want to get it onto an online job board. So those are your 3 final action items. Write your ideal sitter profile, write the detailed job description that's going to attract the sitters that you want to your business and repel the ones that you don't want, and then post your job to an online job board. So yes or no in the chat, do you see how you can build a pet sitting business that makes $10,000 or more a month? Yes, yes. Who's excited about this? I didn't know this was possible. For 5 years, I did this all by myself, and I just would walk around thinking, oh, it would be really great if I could have a big business, but I didn't know how to do it until I finally learned how to do it. And as soon as I committed to it and stopped working in my business, it became much easier. First removing myself from the pet sitting, and then removing myself from the management of the company. I've had a manager now for 13 years. I haven't even, dealt with the phones or the emails in that long. So that is the, the important piece of information here, being able to focus on business building activities for the growth of your business. All right, so the 5 steps to massive growth, just to go over it once again, is you first want to create a strong foundation by getting clear on your what and why. What do you want your business to look like, and why do you want it? What is going to motivate you that when things get tough, like for me, when I wanted to quit and go into pharmaceutical sales, and you have a strong enough why that's going to keep you staying the course. Number 2, design an opt-in offer that attracts your ideal clients and easily converts them into paying customers. Again, you want an irresistible opt-in offer. Again, a free walk is not going to cut it. A whole number coupon is what I have had the best conversions with. But you can try videos, you can do giveaways, either just let your creative juices flow. What can you offer that's juicy for your ideal customer? Number 3, put your marketing on autopilot by creating a marketing calendar. So you want to have every single thing that you're doing daily, weekly, monthly, and annually to bring new business into your pet sitting company mapped out on a marketing calendar, so that you are never wondering what it is that you should be doing to gain new business to your company. And number 4, you do not want to forget about your current customers. You want to have them buy from you over and over again by designing a stay in touch marketing system. So you're staying top of mind with them, and you're reminding them about you and that you have this awesome business and that you're there to service them. I own a pet sitting business, people. I forget to book pet sitting all the time. Ask my manager. She gets so annoyed at me. Number 5, leverage yourself by building a team of heart-centered pet professionals. And I'm not saying just go out and hire any Joe Schmo. This takes, I just did a video for you guys on this as well. This takes time. It takes effort. You really want to make sure the people that you are entrusting your clients' pets to are absolutely the best people out there. They are talented. They are unbelievable pet lovers. They're going to take top-notch care of your clients' pets. One bad seed, you know, your reputation is at risk. So you really want to do your due diligence and map out a system where you are interviewing and evaluating these people on a regular basis to make sure that you have really, really good people on your team. Okay, so what you may need now. So number one, you may need a one-on-one personalized strategy for your pet sitting business. 2, clarity around how you can scale your pet sitting business to 6 figures. 3, what shifts you need to make in your business and mindset to move forward. A lot of it's up here. And number 4, your exact next steps. So for my launchers and growers, remember the beginning we talked about if you're a number 1 or you're a number 2. If you're number 1, you're a launcher. Number 2, you're a grower. This means you're making less than $2,500 per month. You're either a brand new to professional pet sitting, or you've started business with lackluster results. You need clarity, vision, foundation, a profit plan, and more clients. You are in the ramp up phase of your business, which means you need more clients to fill your schedule. So for you guys, I have my Launch and Grow Your Dream Pet Sitting Business 2.0 coming out in February. If you want to get on the wait list for that, you can go to successfulpetsitter.com and give me your name and email address. I will shoot you a confirmation email giving you more information, but that's going to be released in February. And if you get on the wait list, you will be the first to know and have a special discount as well. So that's for my launchers and growers today. Hop on the wait list for Launch and Grow 2.0, which is coming out in February. And for my multipliers, if you are making more than $2,500 a month in your business, you are stuck working completely in your business. You have no time, you have no life. You are the bottleneck in your business, and you need team building, systems, processes, and automation to scale. You can schedule today with me my 10K month pet sitting blueprint strategy session. And this is what this looks like, all right? So what this is a free personalized one-on-one strategy session with me. It is a business assessment to see what pieces are missing in your business that are keeping you from scaling it. It's a framework that you can continue to return to gain clarity on how to multiply your business. And it is a step-by-step action plan. So guys, this is 5 pages. And we will hop on a call and we're going to fill this out together and go through this together and see what pieces of my multiply formula you have implemented in your business or don't have implemented in your business, with an action plan for each, so you can get your business scaling quicker and get you out of the day-to-day working in your business dollars per hour business plan. Okay? So that's the 10K month pet sitting blueprint strategy session. We'll talk on the phone one-on-one and go through this together, and then I will email this to you when we're done, so you always have this, you can easily go back to and refer to. Okay? All right, so your chance for a free personalized 10K month pet sitting blueprint strategy session, go to meetwithcolleen.com. Only 20 spots available. When they are gone, they are gone. All right. So what can 30 minutes do for you? My strategy session with Colleen was of great value to me during a critical stage in my company's growth. I had built a successful pet sitting business, but I wanted to take it to the next level. Colleen really took the time to understand my business, where we were, and where we wanted to go. Because of her wealth of knowledge and experience, she was able to see the key areas where we needed to make some major changes if we wanted to reach that next level. She helped me trim the fat off my company so we were nimble enough to sustain the growth we so desired. I would never have known to make those meaningful changes on my own. The strategy session had an enormous ROI for us. Thanks, Colleen. Markiana Jones of walktime.ca. All right, so you guys can schedule your strategy session if you are in the multiply phase of your business at meetwithcolleen.com. And again, if you're in the launch and grow stage, go to successfulpetsitter.com and hop on the wait list for LNG 2.0 releasing in February. All right, so let me open it up. I need some water first, a lot of talking. All right, Michael, I'm gonna open it up for Q&A now.
All right, Colleen, we have a question from Melinda Meltzer, and that is, how do you overcome objections on your website?
Overcoming objections on your website are you create an FAQ page on your website, which basically answers all of those objections. So I have mine in an interview format. So it's like somebody's interviewing me, but I thought of every single question I could think of that a client would have where they would have an objection, and I'm answering that. So if they go to the FAQ page, there are all the answers to their objections. Takes a lot of time, but it's worth it.
Part of automation.
Yep.
Terrific. Next question is from Rebecca Lowry. Does the opt-in have to be free, or does half price still work?
Half price. I don't think I'm understanding. You want it to be free? You agree, Michael, right? I mean, it needs to be something. It's the first step in like the trust. It's like opening that relationship. So I'm going to give you my email address, which people highly covet these days. People do not give up their email addresses easily. So you're giving them something of value in return for their email address. Then you're going to follow up with an email sequence where you're getting to know, and you're letting them get to know you, and they're getting to know, like, and trust you, with the goal of them becoming a customer at the end of it. So I would say it needs to be free. Yes.
Terrific. Next question is also from Rebecca. Suggestion or example of a marketing calendar?
Say that again.
Rebecca would like a suggestion or example of a marketing calendar.
I use Google Calendar for my marketing calendar. It's free, it's easy, and it integrates with everything. So it's great. And when you start building your team, like your office staff, like Michael has access to my calendar, Jess has access to my calendar, Sue has access to my calendar. So I highly suggest Google Cal for your marketing calendar.
And to elaborate on that, because I create her funnels from her marketing calendar, when you line out the webinar dates and the promotional emails and the follow-up emails on that calendar, it makes it very easy to build the systems to automate this process.
Yep.
Terrific. Next question is from Sophia Foidel. I apologize if I blew your name. Since I work for a company at step 5 wants to build leverage on a team, what would be best for me if I don't plan on getting a team and not plan on running my own business?
So is she saying she wants to be like a solo pet sitter?
That's what I'm reading.
Yes. Yeah, that's totally fine. You can still do all of these things, except number 5. It's just you're going to create something that's going to be difficult to manage after a while, which is what I experienced. At year 5, I was done. I was burned out. So my suggestion for you, you could build your business, you could build your clientele by following all of the steps. But I suggest you create boundaries and possibly partner with a local other pet sitting business where you can take weekends off and you guys can like swap each other's visits. And that way you're not working every single weekend, every single holiday, and creating boundaries in your life around your clients.
Terrific. The next question is from Melinda Meltzer. Excuse me. How do you convince people to work for 50% when they can make more money on Rover or working for themselves?
Well, my type of business is bringing in, a plethora of new business every month and having, 2,000 customers. We're able to give them more business that they're able to get themselves. I've had a lot of Rover sitters come and work for my company because they haven't gotten enough business to make it worth their while. On the flip side, we get a lot of customers that have tried Rover, and because they go out of business so often, they're more comfortable now with a large professional company that always has really good people on staff, and they don't have to worry about constantly having to interview new people every time they need a pet sitter. They know we've got them covered.
Great. Next question is from Jen Smith. Colleen, could you please touch on adding a team member when you have some weeks where you only have enough work for yourself or are very slow, and then other weeks when you're slammed? I have to pay down debt and my own bills.
I would say, I'm trying to think back. Okay, so when that happens, you're still in the ramp up phase because you want to get to the point where, you have enough clients where you're kind of like spent. So I would suggest possibly bringing somebody on like a substitute basis, seeing if they can help you out during like the busy months. I mean, you can look at your calendar and say, Thanksgiving is going to be busy. Christmas is going to be busy. The summers are always going to be busy. And partnering with somebody that can help you during those months. In the meantime, focus on ABM, always be marketing, get the new clients in, get your clients booking from you more often. And when you're able to, and you're completely at capacity, meaning there's no more hours in the day for you to work for dollars, then you can break up your visits to a team, a regular team.
All right. Next question doesn't have a name, but they're calling in from a Samsung phone. We have 2 part-time employees currently and are looking to hire more soon. Should I do the strategy session?
Yeah, sure. I'd love to talk to you.
That was kind of a softball question there.
Yeah, right.
Yes, you did. Next question is from Annie O. What software do you use for accounting, invoicing, etc.?
Okay, so I use Blue Wave Professional Pet Sitter. That's my software for my pet sitting. There's a lot of options out there. I've used it for a really, really long time, but you can look into Time to Pet, Handler. I heard of this one called Pocket Suite. That's really great if you don't have a lot of revenue right now. I think it's $10 a month and has an app and everything. For my finances, I use QuickBooks Online, which integrates with everything. So that's what my accountant and bookkeeper refer to when they are, creating my reports and such.
Next question comes from Jen Smith. Also, I'd love to know your opinion on discounts or packages, i.e. a buy 10, get 1 free, % off for booking in advance, etc.
I used to do a ton of these, and they work. They really, really do to incentivize bookings. I just don't need to do them anymore that often. I do them more if for loyalty reasons, for clients that use me just like all the time and I want to show my appreciation. But they really do incentivize. People like discounts. I'm not saying discount your services if somebody calls in and says, I'm not paying $25 a visit, I'll pay you $19. No, that's different. If you create a promotion with that and you send it out to your list, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. They absolutely work, especially if you need cash and you need a quick cash injection into your business. Here's the deal. If you buy 25 walks up front, you get 25 for 20 or something, but you have to pay, in full up front. That's always a good way for a quick cash injection. So yeah, I say go for it. But again, you're gonna get to a point when you don't have to, like your company's so in demand that it's not necessary anymore unless you want to do it for loyalty purposes.
All right, Annie O asks, do you have clients prepay or invoice after or get a deposit up front?
Prepay. If you get stiffed once, that's the last time. I will not have, I will not take prepayment. Credit card. We have their credit cards on file and we charge them 4 days in advance.
Next question is from Samantha Hopper. My business is currently very small in the starting out stage, so I have very little money to spend on marketing. Do you have a recommendation on how I can all by myself without causing myself debt?
Yeah, but you are starting a business, so you have to look at this stuff as an investment. You need to spend some money to get your name out there. It's people want to start businesses, they don't want to put any cash behind it. But there are absolute grassroots way. Get out into your community. It's the best way. Figure out who your referral partners and strategic alliances are. Go and meet them, bring them cookies, bring the vets, the basic grassroots stuff, bring the vets, your cards and dog treats, go to live events, go to the 5K run where everyone has their dogs at the finish line, have your business cards, that type of thing. You really need to get out from behind your computer, get your friends sharing you all over Facebook groups, have people that have used you. If you really liked my services, could you please share it in your neighborhood Facebook group, let them know what a great job I did. You're going to have to do a lot of promoting for yourself, which is fine. Do it. And it works.
Kate Huffman asks, examples for an opt-in other than the ones provided in the session.
I used to do a spoiled rotten box. Have you guys heard of that? Like those monthly boxes that are sent out. Sorry, I'm uncomfortable. Those monthly boxes that are sent out each month. And I used to like pick a winner. So people give me their email addresses, and each month I pick a winner, and then they would get the spoiled rotten box. That was a popular one. Let me check what else I had. I had 100 ways to pamper your pet. I had three mistakes to avoid when hiring a pet sitter, which was like a PDF download. But again, the high value coupon is what you're going to get the most traction with. People are going to give you their email address for that.
Brooke Lindauer asks, I would like to add pet massage and pet taxi to my business, but not sure how to do that or what to charge because neither is well known where I live. How do I build a business when I live in a small town surrounded by small towns?
Well, I bet you don't have a lot of competition. So I think it's an opportunity when people say that. When I say, oh, well, there's not a lot around here, not a lot of competition. Well, I think that's actually a good thing because everybody has pets. Everybody needs pet care. But again, it's go back to my answer from a couple minutes ago. It's really just getting your name out. And as far as what to charge for pet taxi, you need to do a competitive analysis in like any of the neighboring, like even the larger areas, and find out what people are charging. You need to take into account your gas, your mileage, and what's going to make it worth your while. If you have to take a pet somewhere 30 minutes away, the whole trip's going to take you an hour. How many visits would you actually miss doing within that hour? You have to do all those calculations to figure out what is it worth for me to have this service to make it worth my while.
Annie O asks, do you have to have a livery coverage for transporting pets to the groomer, vets, etc.?
I don't know. Say that again.
Do you have to have a livery coverage for transporting pets to the groomer, to the vet, etc.?
I don't know. We don't have a pet taxi. We used to. It wasn't worth the service, so I actually got rid of it. But that would be something for I would call your insurance company and find out what the deal is with that.
Annie O asks, do you have office administrator manager in place before you started hiring sitters, and are they independents or employees?
No, I didn't. I did. So I basically went from full-time sitter to part-time sitter to full-time office manager to full-time business owner. Basically just in charge of the marketing and the growth of the business. And they are all, I guess Jess and Sue are employees. Michael is a contractor. But in the past, they were contractors. So, I switched kind of my whole business model over to employees in recent years. So I did used to use ICs, but now they are employees.
Patricia Dutton asks, I've been using Rover as a means to grow my business for the past year. I'm nervous to branch off outside of Rover without insurance. 2 concerns. 1, I need to make sure my financial income is consistent before I commit to insurance costs. I make a little over $1,000 per, sometimes closer to $2,000, I'm assuming per month. And then number 2, what is the best avenue to find good insurance?
Okay, so Pet Sitter Associates is, I think, my favorite for insurance. I think it has the best coverage for the least amount of money. And you can also look into business insurers of the Carolinas. That's who I used to be with. I'm not with them anymore. But Pet Sitter Associates is really, really good. And you need to have insurance. Yeah, but it's not too much of an expense. I think you'd be surprised. So do your research, call Pet Sitter Associates tomorrow, get the numbers, and I think that you would be pleasantly surprised that it is not as expensive as you may think. But definitely necessary.
Susan Kaplan has a sales question. When on the phone with a prospective client who you give a quote to and you hear their voice tremble after they hear the price, should you throw in a quick discount or let them go by the wayside?
Their voice trembles?
Their voice trembles.
I would not throw in a quick discount. No, I would definitely, that's not, you never want a discount. If they can't afford your service, they're not an ideal client. That's the bottom line. And I know when you're trying to build a business, I get it. I have been there, and I have taken people that I should not have taken because of these types of situations. And I just wish I could go back to my young self and say, they're not an ideal client and move on to the next. There are plenty of people that are out there that would be, that can pay for your services happily. If they can't afford your service, they can't afford your service. But don't discount your service because it just dilutes your value.
Susan Kaplan has another question. Colleen, how do you entice vet clinics you don't personally use for your own animals to refer to you after you drop off the business cards, coupons?
Oh, always go in and say, well, you want to go in with something like a big, I get these like giant, there's like giant cards now, and like a big cookie bouquet, and then a big thank you note that says, thank you so much for all the referrals, even if they haven't referred you. That's what I do.
Annie O, do you use constant contact?
Lots of questions.
Annie does. Do you use constant contact or another service to monitor your email success, who opens, clicks through, etc.?
No, I used to use constant contact. That's the first one I ever used. I use Infusionsoft, which is a lot less expensive now than it used to be, but I don't think it's necessary for most of where you guys are in your business. MailChimp is free, and Active Campaign's like $10 a month. So those are the two that I would start with.
Rebecca Lowry, sorry, what did you say the name of the software was that's good if you're on a budget? I think you said 10 a month.
Pocket Suite, and it's not specific to pet sitting, but one of my students really liked it. Pocket Suite, Suite. And you can also look into Handler. That's another inexpensive one that I heard is really good. Handlr.
All right, here's Annie O. Do you do complimentary meet and greets before booking a new client?
I used to. When it was just me, I did. But when I started building my team, my Karen Volber keeps raising her hand. Do you see that? I don't know if that means anything, where we find the hand raising.
Yeah, I corresponded with her earlier.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, shoot. What was the question?
It was, do you offer complimentary meet and greets before booking a new client?
Oh, yes. I used to. But as I started building my team, I stopped doing it because it became quite an expense. I mean, we were building at such an exponential rate, and I had all of these sitters out, and then we'd have people canceling, and I just decided I wanted more serious candidates calling and booking those meetings, and I don't have a problem with it. So I charge a $15 registration fee that's due before the meeting. Nobody complains about it. I know it's scary. I was scared to make the switch, but I highly suggest doing it. You're going to get rid of a lot of people that are going to waste your time and your sitter's time.
Next question is from Chris. Is it possible to have some information about when a client asks to stay at his home? How much is it, and is it safe?
I can't. Chris wants to know information about staying in a client's home, if it's safe, or if, like, how much I charge.
Well, how much do you charge, number one, and then is it safe, number two?
Yeah, I live in a really affluent area. The mainland of Philadelphia is like one of the oldest like blue money areas in the country. Blue money, is that even like a term? Blue blood type.
I don't think blue blood.
What did I just say? So no, I'm not worried about safety. We charge, it's a premium price because we only have like X amount of sitters that do it. So, and it's like high in demand. So we charge, I think currently, from a dinner visit, so it's an hour dinner visit, and the sitter can leave and like do other visits or do whatever, and then they have to come back and spend the night for 9 hours, and then spend an hour in the morning when they wake up. That service is $90 plus $5 each additional dog, but it's going up to $100 next year in 2019 because that is how in demand that service is. It books out months and months and months and months and months in advance. So I'm raising the price. And it's safe, yes.
We have one more question from Jennifer Karras. I just started my business. I have 5 clients, but sometimes I overbook myself. But I also need more clients. I don't have any help, so what should I do?
Overbook yourself. I don't have any help, so what should I do? This is where you would go. Yeah, you would want to find somebody that you can call on for help. Maybe it's even another pet sitter that you're networking with, so that you guys can help each other out. I I have a bunch of pet sitters around here. When they go away, they give their customers my number. One of the ladies I play paddle with, we're really good friends. She's a solo dog walker, and she always gives them my number. We take care of their pets, and then when she comes back, she takes back over. Or you can find like a single solo pet sitter to do it with, or you can create a relationship. I know when I was starting, my neighbor behind me, Janet, God, for years, like she was the person that would cover weekends for me if I just wanted some time off. It wasn't any regular work, but she was there forever to help pick that up for me.
We have a new question from the Samsung user who we've now identified as Jessica Whittington.
Hi, Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica. There seems like so many options as far as places to spend money, to spend our business money, like programs and software, from hiring programs to employee training programs. What do you suggest for a company like mine early on in building a couple of employees? We utilize Time to Pet already.
Yeah, I think the software is really important. I think it just takes that peace of mind away from, like, peace of mind. It gives the peace of mind to the business owner that those visits aren't going to get missed. I used to wake up in like cold sweats before I had pet sitting software. But I think when you're in the small stages and in the ramp up stages of your business, most of these softwares offer you a free version. And then as your business grows, it's going to, you can then pay more and more for the services. Don't you agree, Michael? Like a lot of these, I have a whole spreadsheet for my students that I created for them about all of the softwares that I use, how much I pay, if they have a free version, and then what options there are for if you don't want to invest in that software. But I would do your research. I think most of them you can pretty much use for free or low cost.
Yes, in prioritizing your needs, I would think that number one would be the software that you need to book and calendar and maintain your appointments. That would be number one.
That would be number one, absolutely.
The running of your business.
Yeah.
Okay.
MailChimp for free. That would be because you need an email autoresponder because you need to have an opt-in offer on your website. So that would be important. I think that would be like a strong number two.
Yeah, those are two very important ones.
Mm-hmm.
A new question from Susan Kaplan. What am I looking for in an employment lawyer? I'm expanding to 5+ employees. Good for you, Susan.
An employment lawyer. Whoa, that was a whole heavy situation when I switched over to employees. My employee handbook cost me many thousands of dollars to have done. So I guess someone that knows what he's doing and isn't going to like charge you out the wazoo. But yeah, someone that really knows what they're talking about, because this is no joke. When you're a pet sitter and when they're coming after you for using independent contractors and you want to have your business set up correctly, you need to make sure that you have someone that is reliable. You need to call their references for sure. Make sure they were happy with them. I would shop around, just not go with your first person, and go with your gut instinct on how you feel with them, because you're going to do a lot of work with them while you're getting your business structured.
Jen Smith asks, do you suggest covering areas that are close to you yourself first, then hiring for further areas, or vice versa? Example, I have inquiries that are further drive more gas and mileage for me, but I'm turning away potential business by being primarily solo.
I got to tell you, when I started, I went everywhere. The main line is like a humongous area, and I covered it all. I lived in my car. I drove everywhere, back and forth, 30 minutes, back and forth. And it's kind of like what I had to do to build up a client base. So I guess for more profitability, you would want them to be closer to home, obviously, but if that's a service area that you're going to want to cover in the near future, I would, kind of put your time in now and do the driving, and then you would hire for those further areas when you're able to. That's how I did it.
Emily Klaus asks, how do you get clients' info if you're used to texting them, but trying to be more professional in sending general emails? Text again, warm letter, basically collecting their email address.
I would get out of the habit of having your clients text you. I mean, it's just like a boundary that you're really going to want to create. I had clients that were contacting me at all hours of the night that had zero respect. I didn't even have text messaging back then. I think about it. I'm like, they would have been awful So I highly suggest you start trying to get them off of your phone and just say it's for safety reasons. That's what my manager says when we receive text messages from clients. For safety reasons, we only accept reservations through email and through voicemail. You know, text messaging, it's too easy to forget a text message or lose a text message. You can have your sitters, you know, communicate with them through text in terms of just like, hey, you know, Dr. Watson and Eloise are doing great. But I would try to get out of the habit of using text and start moving over to a more professional email system.
Jessica Whittington has another question, and that is, what employee pay ratio do you suggest? I know the 40/30/30 is popular.
That is popular. I don't think it's enough, you know, for what we're charging. So I do 45 for employees, 45%. I used to do 50 for ICs, but then I had to lower it because it was so expensive to bring on employees. But if you do the math, my accountant made a graph sheet for me to send out to my staff explaining to them that they're going to make less in their paychecks, but overall they're going to actually make more since I'm now paying half their taxes. So he had it all laid out for them, saying it looks like, you know, originally you're getting a pay cut, but you're not. Since if you were paying your taxes, you were actually paying a lot more in taxes. Now I was covering half the taxes. So 45. Long-winded answer, sorry.
And with that, we have caught up on our questions.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here today. Again, if you want to schedule a free personalized 10K pet sitting blueprint strategy session, go to meetwithcolleen.com. If you want more information about when Launch and Grow 2.0 is released in February, go to successfulpetsitter.com to get on the wait list, and I'll get you information as soon as it's ready. All right, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Take care. You're welcome, Leslie. Ooh, how do I? Okay, I'm going to end. Bye, guys.